even though it comes out and they're breathing, what are you going to do? Call 911. You know what? If they went unconscious during the first aid workshop, minute of an emergency, right? Like choking rescue, head injury, what is CPR? Anything else? We have about an hour. Any other things? Falls. Okay, we're going to talk about that. To prove my point of the 1 minute rescue, I'm going to time myself because I want to show you that in 1 minute, you should be calm enough and able to start CPR in 1 minute. Okay? So let's say the baby was in there taking a nap. I walk into the baby's room. Oh my gosh, the baby's like silver and blue, right? Look around. So check for hazards. The baby's room is safe. Check myself. I'm calm. I'm not freaking out. I don't need gloves, so I'm not going to worry about that. Check baby's response. Baby, wake up. Tickle, tickle, tap, and talk. Baby, wake up. So I've done my checks. Baby's not waking up. The call is next, but because I'm alone, I'm going to call in 2 minutes. So Kavita, call in 2 minutes. Now I'm going to care. So clean the mouth. I don't see anything. Open the baby's airway. Let's assume no head injury because the baby was in the crib. Okay, let's pretend no head injury. Check for breathing for about 10 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 8, 1,000. Baby's not breathing. Give a baby a breath over the mouth and nose. And it's 2 breaths because of 2 lungs. If they don't respond to the breath, start CPR. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. What's next? You repeat the ABCs, which is airway, breathing, circulation. Open the airway. Give breathing. How many breaths? 2. Because 2 lungs. And C is next, which is circulation, and that means CPR. And how many compressions did I give? 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. So I'm going to be repeating this 3 more sets, which is about 5 times, and 2 minutes. Stop, call 911. Okay, so I rescue for about 5 times or 2 minutes. In real life, you're not going to time yourself 2 minutes in an emergency. Just remember 5 times. Let's look at it this way. We have an empty car seat? No. Okay. Let's just pretend, so this baby's in a car seat. And okay, what do we naturally do when we're coughing and we want to get something out? What do we naturally do with our bodies? Exactly. And if your child is in the stroller or car seat, or let's say you're feeding or breastfeeding and they're coughing, what do? Right? Let them cough. Okay, don't do this, right? You're going to just lean them forward and cough. Okay, so keep that in mind. So your baby's strapped in. Okay, even if they're not strapped in, they're sitting in the car seat. Your babies do not have enough abdominal strength to lift themselves up from a 45-degree angle to cough. And if they're strapped in, that's even worse. Okay? And in a car seat, why are they a 45-degree angle? Because that keeps their airway open. So their airway is optimally open, therefore they're going to choke quicker, and they're strapped in. They can't even lean forward to cough and help themselves. Am I getting my point across? This is why feeding or them eating in a car seat is a huge choking risk. Okay, if they're eating themselves, they need to be sitting upright and able to lean forward and help themselves. And this applies, and I know parents get sloppy when the kids are older. Oh yeah, whatever, give them a snack, whatever. That's even worse because they're upright, they're still strapped in, and this has happened to many parents I've trained, including my girlfriend. She was sitting right beside her daughter. She gave her some pieces of apple, and she's sitting right beside her. They were on the 401, and all of a sudden her daughter choked like that. And you know, my girlfriend's panicking, and they're on the 401. They can't, she didn't want to unstrap her, and it took them like 45 seconds to pull over. So that whole time she's watching her daughter choke. Imagine that. So as soon as they pulled over, she undid the chest clip, the daughter leaned forward, and the thing came out. All she needed was to lean forward. Okay, so again, you're the parent, you're going to do what you want, but my suggestion to you is if you're, I always say kids shouldn't drink and ride. All right, so the best answer is C. You're going to call EMS 911. Now this is an exception. Remember we already said if you're alone, you're going to wait. In this case, you know what? I may call as I'm running to help them. Okay, that's like a slight exception. Can I check breathing as is? So again, this big thing, let's say it's the big armoire. I cannot lift it off the baby. Can I check breathing as is? Yes. Just like this. Absolutely. This, I luckily can check breathing. How can I check my baby? So actually before that, baby, wake up. Baby, come on, wake up. Baby's not waking up. Okay? Again, let's pretend I called, or you holding the baby. Call 911. You know where we are. Open the door and come back. Do you understand? Tell them what happened. The baby, something fell on the baby, and they're not waking up. Okay, good. Come back. Good. Check done. Call done. Check breathing. I'm not going to open the airway because I'm assuming head injuries, right? So check breathing as is with the back of my hand. How many seconds? 10 seconds. Do my best to look. Okay, baby's breathing, thankfully. So what do I do?
Nothing.
Stay with the baby. What do I not do? Exactly. Okay? If this really was making the baby go, maybe try to remove it. Try. Okay? So what I'm trying to suggest to you is don't do more than you have to do. I know you may think you're helping the baby by getting this off, but it may actually be more effort and it may actually cause more damage. Okay, because what if you try to get it off and oh. Okay, so don't like swallow more than you can handle, pretty much. Okay, all right, let's do another scenario, same problem. What if the baby's not breathing? Right, so if you absolutely cannot remove this big armoire, then yes, you have to wait until 911. This is where maybe I didn't bring my CPR mask, but this is where maybe a CPR mask, you can put it over their mouth and try to breathe into the baby, because all you need is to get 2 breaths in. Now you obviously can't do CPR this way, but you're doing something, and you're waiting for 911. Okay? If you can remove this, you're only removing the object off if what? If it's life-threatening, which means they need CPR, or this is making them not breathe, right? Then I'm carefully removing it off. Now the next question is, how do I move my baby if they had a head injury? Okay, so it is okay to move them as long as you're able to, you know what you're doing, and they need it. So again, what you don't do is, oh my God, my baby. Okay, so again, I know that's instinct, but you don't do that. And the way I say is, you know, you're guilty. So it's like, oh, it didn't happen. No one saw that, right? So please don't do that. Okay, don't go on instinct. I hope I'm getting that message across. You're going on what's important to do. So what do I do? Okay, so crash course. You're going to lift the arms up on the baby. And this is advanced, okay? This is like an advanced rescue skill. So this is tough. But squeeze the baby because you're using the baby's arms as a splint. You're rolling the baby. And again, this is assuming you know what you're doing and you're confident. Okay? And ideally, I could be holding the baby and let's say she's come back from calling 911. She starts CPR. Because I need CPR. I need to do CPR when they're on their back. Okay?